In this video, I'm going to show you how to operate the pumps on your Comdata SmartDesq system. First thing you'll do is select the pump on the left-hand side. Once you select the pump, it's going to give you a screen that lets you pick between prepay, prepay rest, pre-authorize, and authorize. Prepay is just a typical prepay transaction. Prepay rest is whenever the driver is wanting to purchase products and use the change for the pump. Pre-authorize is if a driver is wanting to use his fleet card before he fuels, or if you're wanting to pre-authorize it before they begin fueling, so the pump can be shut off at whatever their limit is. And then authorize just turns the pump on if the driver is going to come back in and pay whenever he gets done. The other options that we have are deauthorize, restart, and unreserve. Deauthorize just turns the pump off if you accidentally turned on the wrong pump. Restart will, if you've stopped the pump, it lets you start the pump back up. And unreserved, if they've ran their card outside and they've messed up somehow and you need to free up the pump. So first we'll start off with the prepay. What you'll do is you'll press the prepay button, enter in the driver's information, and hit next. And then after that, you will type in the dollar amount that they want to prepay for and then press finish. The pump will then go into a reserve state, meaning that the transaction has to be completed before it'll continue. So what you'll do at that point is either type in the dollar amount and press the cash button, or you will press the customer credit debit button, and from there it will prompt the customer to enter their card into the PIN pad, follow the steps, and then complete the transaction. Prepay rest is used if the driver is wanting to purchase a product and then use that change for fuel. What you'll do first is ring up the product, whether it be by scanning or using the department buttons on the screen. After you do that, then you're going to select the pump number, type in how much money that the driver has altogether, and then press prepay rest. After pressing prepay rest, just put in the information for the driver, just like you did before, and then hit next. When the system goes to the next screen, you'll see that it has a certain amount that's going to be applied to that pump. Hit finish, and then from there you would complete the transaction just like you did before, whether it be cash or customer credit debit. With pre-authorize, this will allow you to swipe a driver's fleet card and turn on the pump for the amount that the driver is allowed to fuel. Say if the driver has a $300 limit, it will shut the pump off at $300. What you'll do on that is select the pump number, select pre-authorize with card, and then whenever the screen comes up, you can swipe the card, or if the card is damaged, you can type in the card number. After you swipe the card, enter in any information that the screen displays. As long as everything is entered in correctly, the pump will turn on for the amount that the driver is allowed to fuel. The last button is the authorize button. What that does is it just turns the pump on for the driver, so that way they can go out, fuel. However, they will need to come back inside and pay for the fuel after they're done. Basically, it'll be the same steps as before. Select the pump number. This time, press authorize, enter in the driver's information, and then press next. And then on the last screen, you can leave it blank. That way it'll fill up for as much as the driver wants to get, or you can type in a dollar amount and it will shut the pump off at that dollar amount. Now with this pump, you'll see that it's set up for tractor fuel, reefer, and DEF. The way that this works is tractor fuel is always selected. If you're wanting to use one of the other products, you just press the title. So you'll press where it says reefer, or you'll press where it says DEF. You could leave it blank, and that way it'll let the driver just get the full amount. Or if they're doing a prepaid transaction, you just type in however much they want to prepay, hit next, and once the driver gets done fueling the first amount, they'll hang up the pump, lift it up, and they'll be able to fuel the second type of fuel on the same ticket.